Thanks for staying with us. I'm Liz Bishop. Cody is off tonight. Justice for 3 Pittsfield men brutally murdered in 2011. The last of the 3 defendants who was on trial for kidnapping and killing David Glasser, Edward Frampton, and Robert Chadwell was sentenced to life in prison today without the possibility of parole. Kimberly Howard has been bringing you details of the trial since the beginning. And Kimberly, today was really about the victims.
It was, Liz. You know, loved ones of the 3 Pittsfield men packed the courthouse that you see here behind me. There were 4 victim impact statements given in all. And finally, the last words for the man who's garnered all of the attention the past few weeks. For the first time in 3 weeks, convicted killer Caius Veiovis let his hair down and traded his black clothing for a cream-colored prison uniform. He then listened quietly as the words of people who knew and loved victims David Glasser, Edward Frampton, and Robert Chadwell were read aloud.
I was robbed of special memories and moments with my father, like of him walking me down the aisle on my wedding day.
So I'm asking the court to please come up with the maximum, which is life in prison.
That's exactly what the judge handed down to Veiovis, 3 consecutive life terms, 1 for each of the victims, Veiovis and 2 others, kidnapped, tortured, and murdered. Their bodies then dismembered and buried on private property in Beckett. But the man whose odd appearance shook Berkshire County almost as much as the crime itself spoke too.
Let me make this clear one more time before I sit down. My hand was not in this, all right? My hand wasn't in this. But if anybody thinks I'm going to hang my head today and beg for mercy, they're just as deluded in their thinking as that jury of my peers who convicted me of this.
By law, Veiovis does get an automatic appeal, and since he was convicted without any physical evidence, no DNA, no murder weapon, his defense attorney says there's still a case.
How much guess can you pile on guess can you pile on guess until you get somewhere?
But for the loved ones of the victims, there is no doubt. And although this sentencing closes a painful chapter, it doesn't change the fact that 3 innocent men are gone.
For the simple fact that my brother and his friends are no longer breathing, but these people are.
If there is any type of successful appeal, we're told that could take years. That goes for Veiovis and his 2 co-defendants, Ashleye Hall and David Chalou. In Springfield, Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.